What's happening, everybody? Trey here, joined as always by my dad, Sean, and today we got some more of Bob Dylan up. This comes courtesy of a suggestion from our patron, Bob. No,
Not Dylan.
no. Thank you, Bob, for
Thank you, Bob. Always loved Dylan.
Oh yeah, and I can't believe we actually haven't heard this tune yet. Positively
I know.
Fourth Street, one of his most famous songs.
Somehow just falls in the hole of we've reviewed so much
Yeah.
Dylan stuff on the channel, but somehow never came across this one.
And this, I think, is going to be right up our alley. First recorded in July of '65, reached number 7 on the
Yeah.
Billboard Hot 100 chart. Recorded during the Highway 61 Revisited sessions.
Yeah, it's 206 on the Rolling Stones top 500 songs.
Yeah, and it was just saved, though, for a single-only release. So a couple different interpretations. This is possibly about New York City's 4th Street, which is at the heart of Greenwich Village. And the lyrical content, probably taking shots at some critics and people getting on him from moving from, the folk to the rock, which he's obviously detailed out a lot on bringing it all back home and touched on during Highway 61 as well. So that's kind of what we got for this one. As always, we're going to have the lyrics pulled up, especially for Bob, and we'll be reading along as the song goes.
For sure.
Make a comment here or there, but save then the meat of our reaction and commentary towards the end. So thanks as always to Bob here, and if you like this video, be sure to hit that big thumbs up. That helps us out, and subscribe if you aren't already. But
And if you want us to react to some songs for you, check out our Patreon link. Trey,
yes, sir.
without further ado, let's get after it.
Let's go, man. I'm excited for this one. Positively 4th Street. Let's get it. Positively 4th Street. Wow. What a scathing track.
Yeah, agree 100%.
Really enjoyed that one, Bob. And I mean, time to dissect these lyrics.
We have 11 verses, 12 verses.
Yeah, and it's interesting because musically it didn't. It kind of just kept that same
Yeah, it
chord structure.
didn't do anything. Yeah.
But it oddly fit just kind of with the poetry.
Yeah.
Essentially, that Bob was laying down, and you really kind of see him irked by a subset of people, and obviously I guess that's where the lyrical interpretation of this being about all the critics and the people that turned their back on him whenever he went another musical direction easily could have fit on Highway 61.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, usually find that when singles are released from sessions of the same album was recorded during that time. Yeah, I liked it a lot. It's like a lot of Dylan stuff. It doesn't have an actual chorus. We're just hammering out verses.
The positively,
repeated,
but positively 4th Street never even said in the tune.
No.
And Dylan seems to do that occasionally.
Yeah.
And I just like the fact it starts out, you got a lot of nerve to say you are my friend. When I was down, you just stood there grinning, already setting the tone of the track right from the jump. And I mean, there's so many great one-liners in here. You say you lost your faith, but that's not where it's at. You had no faith to lose, and you know it.
See, now some people attribute this song's meaning to be a rebuke of fellow Greenwich Village folk singer Phil Oakes. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And even a scathing dig at former lover Joan Baez. And when you read these lyrics, I tend to think, I mean, I have no idea, obviously, because it wasn't around during this time. But it seems that would fit more so than the press or anybody else would. They seem awfully personal.
That's a good one. And
I mean, who knows? But either way, he's ticked at somebody. When Bob's ticked, man, he can articulate it quite well.
And that's one of the reasons I love Bob's music, is especially kind of in this time, there's so many different interpretations and people arguing, it could be this, it could be that. And for a lot of artists, obviously, it's usually kind of cut and dry. But for Bob, there's so much to dig through that even people that have been fans of his for decades that have commented on our channel say, I'm still discovering some new stuff, potential hidden meanings. And then at the very end here, well, also I like that, and I know you're dissatisfied with your position and your place. Don't you understand? It's not my problem.
Yeah, I like that.
And then that transitions to probably my two favorite verses. I just wish that for one time you could stand inside my shoes, and just for that one moment I could be you. So then you're thinking, he just wants to switch positions with them, walk a mile in my shoes. But then we figure out why. Yes, I wish that for just one time you could stand inside my shoes. you know what a drag it is to see you.
Yeah, I thought that was the parting shot, and Bob is so good at the parting shots.
Just a lovely, lovely song. What are you feeling on this after a first listen?
Well, for lyrical content and beauty of that, I'll give it a 7.25. I'm sure it will grow on me as many of Bob's things do. Not a lot going on with the instrumentations you talked about, but there isn't on a lot of Bob's stuff, and that never bothers me at all. I'm glad that we finally gave this a listen and don't know how it slipped through. It's just one of those things where sometimes the singles get biased because when we go back through the discography, we're going album by album, and you just, you kind of miss it.
And Bob's the guy too who has so many songs that didn't. How many times do we read like, critics and fans think these two songs
should have been on the album, but they never made it anyway.
I like this one more than you. I'm feeling an 8.25
oh, wow.
to an 8.5 range. I just really love it, but I'm a real sucker for Bob in this time period.
Yeah,
I think you could argue Highway 61 just might be the greatest album I've heard from start to finish. But anyway, thank you again, Bob. Let us know what you think of this tune down below in the comments. And until next time, y'all, thanks so much.